The storm impacting a lot, not just people, but animals too. And people who are fostering animals, they stepped up to take home 90 dogs before Helene rolled in. Now Fulton County Animal Shelter is asking those fosters to keep those dogs a little bit longer.
Yeah, and they told Atlanta News First reporter Sawyer Bussey they're still waiting to see how this storm will impact their capacity.
90 dogs were taken into foster homes in the last 48 hours at Fulton County Animal Services.
Yeah, Atlanta, when we have moments like this, the community comes together. They never fail to help support us.
Now the shelter has its sights set on the road ahead. The long-term impacts of the storm could bring more animals their way, and eventually the dogs in foster homes have to come back to the shelter.
And with 2 record-breaking intake months going into this, so we have no idea what to expect from the storm.
They're relying on fosters to hold the dogs a little longer than usual and for people to come adopt.
I think I got emotional because we've been so overcrowded for so long, and it's incredible to watch the community step up in such a major way. We need to keep the momentum going.
In Atlanta, Sawyer Bussey, Atlanta News First.